Hello and welcome to Buckman's Model Mania. Today we're going to be working on pack 135 of the Ghostbusters Ecto 1 from Fanhome. Go ahead and get the parts open, and we'll open the book and go through what each of the parts are. And I have to say, yesterday when I was cutting the video for pack, 134, I thought this was a speaker. It's actually the vent for the quote-unquote air conditioning unit. So let's get all these out. Trying to not lose anything because it's in several little compartments. It looks like, yeah, I missed that. And some hoses. Tag fell out. Okay, so first we're going to turn in the book to the page that identifies the parts. Get this open. So we got the HVAC unit base. That's going to go on there. Lots and lots of screws. I'm actually impressed. I expected this to be plastic. It feels like it is metal. Let's see, 135E cross-section sensitivity unit. We've got the fan blade. Looks like a grounding strap. And multiple hoses. So let's go ahead and turn to the actual spot where we're working on this. And the first thing it wants us to do, we're going to assemble the HVAC unit. And there's some little detail pieces here. Let me see, we have some EP, LP, AM, GP, and IP screws. So most everything except for this is plastic. So first thing we do is we take one of the two IP screws. So that's one screw with one spare. Take it out. We'll set this off to the side here. And this is to attach the fan. The fan goes onto this metal piece here. Nice long post there, so it'll actually reach pretty well in there. And it goes on there like that. Take the screw and tighten it down on here, trying not to break the plastic fan blades. Now that's pretty impressive. It didn't even make it through the metal of the part of the I guess you'd call this the safety cover. Let's try this again. I thought it was going into the plastic, but it was not. Now that feels like it went into the plastic. It almost feels like I might have tweaked this one a little bit. Just for giggles, loosen that just a hair. Never mind, I'm thinking I can loosen it a little bit so that it'll turn, but it's not turning because the screw is catching on the insides of this. You see, okay, it doesn't say anything about it turning. So then we take this assembly, put it on here. There is one that is keyed, and there's your keyway. One leg is keyed, so there is a specific way this has to go on here. And we'll get the, where'd they go? The AM screws out. There's should be 5 of them. 4 screws, 4 for use, 1 is a spare. Put the spare away. We'll drop the spare. Put the spare away. Get out the stay. Get out the oil. And I'm going to use a smaller screwdriver for this because this is smaller screws. I'm going to dip this in the oil. Get it started. Continue around, do all 4 of them. Get them all 4 started. There's 2. And as usual, once I get all 4 of them started, that's when I will actually tighten them down. Certain parts of this box are not too bad. I think this is one of them. And then most of the parts actually are kind of atrocious, like the framework. Can't blame that on Fanhome. And I'm not going to kick a dead company, also known as Eagle Moss. I honestly begin to think that this might have been the kit that killed them. That, or they were trying to do entirely too much at one time. So that should be the last of the oil we need. So next thing we do is we take this, put it on here, and I'm pretty sure one of these is going to be keyed. Actually, no, it's not. That's a little odd. The fan cover is keyed, or the fan motor housing is keyed, but the fan itself is not. Ah, never mind. Slot right there. Got a slot right there. A tab right here. Tab is going to go in there just like that. And then we're going to attach this with 4 EP screws. Set that smaller screwdriver aside. We'll get all 4 of the screws out that we need, leaving 1 in the bag. What I'm curious is, if you're building this, or if you have built it, what have you done with all the screws at the end? There's a ton of screws that are going to be left over. I'm thinking I'm going to start just throwing them away unless they ever standardize, which I think they may have on more recent models. They may have started standardizing the screws, but I know they haven't prior to this. If they have decided to somehow, because these have been developed at different times, but if they have decided to standardize the screws, that would be awesome. Because then if you're missing a screw from, say, your DeLorean, you have the same screw on Ghostbusters, you just swap over that screw, borrow one from the other kit. Okay, 4th screw going in. That does not look too bad. I'm really glad that the attachment points for the sprue are towards the inside of the car, although that's kind of funny. The danger sticker, depending on what goes on here, I don't think anything goes on here, but if anything goes here, you're not going to see the danger sticker. It's funny the way some of these things get built. 135D. Which one is 135D? Let's see. 135 O D. 135D is HVAC unit cable. It does not identify it. let's see. That's M and N, J, K, and L. Ah, okay. 135D is this cable because this is 135O. Or it looks in the book as 1350. So that is going to go on this post and down to this post. See if I can be a little bit more successful than I have been on the past couple of attempts with this wire, because unfortunately the wire tends to poke right through the plastic sheet or the plastic housing, however you want to call it. And this is going to be the same thing because it is a very small opening on this cable. So small that this wire, which is, I think, that's 22 gauge. This 22 gauge wire, okay, there we go. I was going to say this 22 gauge wire is too big to go on there, but I got it to fit. So we're going to go here, we're going to back it up about a 1/4 inch, snip it off, push this through a little bit, and then we're going to, just looking at this, the way they've got it is it runs from here up this way along this arm over the fan, and then hooks up there. So let's first get this attached on both ends. That's what they should start doing for us. What would be nice is if they would set. It is sticking out, so it might be a little bit too long. So let's pull that out just a hair. But what I was going to say is what they should do is actually start doing this for us. Give us wire that actually has wire in it, so that we don't have to kind of jury rig it to get it to work. So let me see if I can get it on here first. Come on. Slide down on there. We're going to take it, we're going to bend it like that. And it's actually not long enough to go that full way. It's a nice concept, but the wire itself is not long enough to go completely where they show it. So I'm going to put it on there like that. You can see it kind of follows there, but not really. It's better than if it didn't have something inside it. I can tweak it a little bit more, maybe get it to conform, but in actuality, the tube is just a hair short. Okay, so the next page, we're going to start working on the cross-section sensitivity unit, which is this right here, and we take this detail part, get this out, pour all these detail parts in here. We're going to take this donut here, this silver donut, and it's going to push on here. There's a slot in there so that this tab can fit into it. It's just going to push down on here. Come on. Like that. And then we're going to take a whole bunch of little knobs. And they're actually numbered. That's kind of funny because they all look identical. So 4, 3, 2, 1. We've got a couple of other knobs here, a couple of switches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these parts, these, and these, and they're all going to go on to this unit here. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the camera. I'm going to get everything on there, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Okay, so I got all the knobs on here, and other than this one here, which I actually tried it in a couple of spots, most of them went in fairly decently easy. You can see they are all on the outside. You can see right there, that one is just a little bit off. Matter of fact, just let me try it one more time. Like I said, I've tried it in more than one spot. That's probably the best it's going to get. So the next thing we have to do is take a look at these cables here. Let's make sure there are these 3 shorter ones and 3 longer ones. And so we have 135L, and they have a little bit of a bump on the end so that they're not going to go in here really easy. But they should go in pretty nicely. Key to that bump is to keep them from coming back out. And so we're going to take the shortest first. The second shortest goes in this second hole here. And come on. Okay, that one went in all the way better. There we go. Now that they're in there correctly, you can turn them a little bit. And so the longest one we skip a hole here. Skip a hole here. The longest one goes here. Come on. Which could make it difficult to get that middle one in there. I'm going to do that one first. This middle one here, this one right here, is the second to the shortest. And it's just going to pop in here like that. Now we'll go back to this one on the end here rather than trying to fight to get it in there past, in there in the middle of all these other ones. Try this, the other end, because this one is just not wanting to go. Okay, that's got that one. So then continuing on, we're going to take this shortest one. We've got the 3 holes here. The shortest one is going to go in this hole and hit this hole. This one from the other side, the medium sized one, is going to go in the middle hole there. So let's get this one in first. And we're going to cross this one. The picture shows this one going underneath this cable and this cable. Not sure if they're cables so much as tubes, but either way. And actually that one went in there nice. That was really easy to get in there. And so we'll push the last one in here. And that one is in there now. And so now we have all the cables on here. And then this is going to attach. You got your 2 posts right here and here, your 2 screw holes there. We're going to use 2 LP screws. That's odd, just looking at this. It looks like, oh, no, I have not. I was going to say, it looks like I've run out of screws, but no, I've got the GP screws there. So we're going to put this on here like that. We're going to lose the screw off the top of the screwdriver. Put the first one in, put the second one in. Tighten that one down. And then we'll tighten this one down. And that looks just like that. 2 screws on the bottom there. And the last thing we got to do is this GP. I'm sorry, not GP. The hose here, or the, sorry, second to last thing. I just looked at this. This goes on second to last. First thing before we do that. So I'm just looking where it goes. This thing really needs to be tightened down. But I tried. It would not tighten. These 3 hoses are going to go wrap around here and pop into these 3 holes here. First one. This could be a challenge because the holes do not go all the way through, and there's a little bit of flash in the rubber on this one. So let's see. Okay, took the flash off. That one went in fine. Take this next one. Doesn't look like there's anything blocking it. It's in there, and the last one. And they all went in there just fine. So now we get to the strap. The LP screws can go over here. Get the GP screws out. Maybe. Okay, I've got 2 of them already out. So we're going to take this one. It has a very silverish head on it. I'm just looking which way is probably the best. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this strap I'm putting with the seam on the bottom of the strap down. I'm going to put it on here like this first, just to get this started. Then I'm going to twist it around to where they have it in the picture. It's going to come around here and go into this hole in the front. Not sure if this is silver paint or if it's, I was going to say I'm not sure if it's silver paint or if it's not, but it is definitely silver paint. Yay, that one pulled out. That's awesome. So we'll try this again. I guess we'll tighten it down all the way on the front here, and then we'll see if we can get it to go where it belongs on the top. Tighten it all the way down so it will not hopefully come out. They show it actually kind of straight across. Not sure how well that's going to work. We'll take this one. This time we'll tighten it all the way down and hopefully it will stay in place. Let's get the other screwdriver. Not all the way down yet. I want to make sure that screw is completely down so that it doesn't pop loose again. There we go. And I'm sure what this is supposed to signify. This one popped up. This is supposed to signify a grounding strap. See if I can get this one a little bit tighter. They actually have these. It's kind of funny. They have these cables not touching the grounding strap, and this cable here are not touching. What they should have done was made this one shorter, this one longer. But that is all there is to do in this stage. So let me put this away. Like and subscribe. Come on over to Hobby Time Modelers on Facebook, YouTube, and Discord. Links will be in the description. Hit the bell icon. Hit the bell icon to be notified of any time I post new content. Appreciate you stopping by. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Have a great day. Have a great day tomorrow. And I will see you in the next video.